Ladies and gentlemen, we know HR40 is just a piece of garbage bill. I don't even know why they're calling it reparations because they're going to do a study on slavery, which we know we don't need. We don't need no damn study on slavery. People have been talking about slavery since it existed in America. What study do you need? Shoot, the best information, ladies and gentlemen, on slavery is in the Library of Congress. So what study do these people need for real? So the hearing on reparations is set to begin. I don't agree with this bill. I do not believe that it is worth our while. There's no kind of financial restitution. This is why they're all jumping on board because they don't have to give nothing. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to follow these hearings just to find out what they're talking about and what they're saying in regards to reparations for slavery. I know anything these politicians push will never benefit us. I already know that from the jump. So this came out on Fox News. And I believe this is the 13th of June. All right, so the House hearing on reparations for slavery is set for first time in more than a decade. And we know since John Conyers is no longer there, Sheila Jackson Lee is heading this entire thing now. A House hearing on reparations for slavery is set for next Wednesday, which marks the first time in more than a decade that a panel will consider slavery's continuing impact on the country and the next steps of restorative justice. I tell you what, if it's anything short of compensation, then it's all bullshit. The scheduled hearing held before the House Judiciary Subcommittee on the Constitution, Civil Rights, and Civil Liberties will feature testimonies from writer Ta-Nehisi Coates and actor Danny Glover. You know, you got to watch some of these spokesmen that they pick. I don't mean no harm, but many of them will say, yes, we should get reparations, but it shouldn't be money. I've heard too many of them say that. We don't need people like that speaking on the behalf of the Black community. I've heard it from way, way too many Black political figures. And no, I don't want their representation on this. So I will be watching carefully and reporting on, what I feel is going on. The purpose of the panel is said to examine through open and constructive discourse the legacy of the transatlantic slave trade. Former Rep. John Conyers, yes. I mean, he pushed this for years. So he pushed the first proposal on slavery reparations back in 1989. And I remember he actually brought this bill on the House floor every single year. Although it got shot down, he still persistently brought up the subject matter. Okay, so he sponsored House Resolution 40, which we know as HR40, that he reintroduced every session until he resigned in 2017. Democratic Texas Rep. Sheila Jackson Lee, who I don't like, the bill's new sponsor, introduced earlier this year and pushed for next week's hearing. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said that she supports reparations study, which has not been the subject of a hearing since 2007. Yeah, but you got to be careful. Nancy Pelosi and many like her, like Bernie Sanders, do not support any financial compensation. They may support this because Look, they don't have to give nothing, y'all. They don't have to give anything. Of course, they're going to support something where nothing comes out of their pocket. But watch how fast they change when the subject of money comes out along with reparations. Watch how fast they change. The topic of reparation re-emerged to the national prominence as several 2020 Democratic presidential candidates signal their support for some form of compensation for the descendants of slaves. No, they only start talking about it when the new black media pushed the agenda and wouldn't let them off the hook from answering the question. None, however, seem to support compensation in the traditional sense of direct payouts to Black Americans. That's what I'm saying. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is not going to be nothing but a waste of damn time. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be them babbling, appearing that they care, appearing that they want to do something, and then everybody's going to go silent and things will go back to the usual. But it's up to us to keep life into this whole subject matter. Instead, candidates have proposed somewhat vague ideas, such as using funds to create policies addressing economic inequalities. We don't need that. We do not need you giving proposals and programs and acknowledgments. No, you need to financially compensate us. Period. Anything short of that, y'all, is not reparations. Okay, that could disproportionately benefit African Americans. And no, we are not accepting $5 African Americans. Okay, we're not accepting you. We don't want to hear nothing about your grandmother and grandfather being black and you sitting up there looking lily white. We don't want to hear it. Seriously. But ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think. I will follow this thing and I will, I'll decide whether I want to put this on YouTube or on my podcast. You will know, nevertheless. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.